time at one particular time. And that time she used to go parties. And I used to say, I didn't teach you to go to no parties. Now, mind you, before I had her, I used to party. But I would tell her, I didn't teach you to go to no parties and go to church. And then she'd go to the party and then she wake up the Saturday night. And then the Sunday morning she wake up and we're doing virtual church at the time. And she's lying in the bed doing church. And I'm in the living room doing church trying to praise God. But I'm all angry because she came home late and I stayed up waiting for her. Not that she asked me to now, but I stayed up late waiting for her. So I'm tired for church. So I'm even more upset at that time. So you saw all of that. I know you didn't like that. And I know I didn't like that. So what would you tell a mom or a dad that's going through the same thing right now with their child? Now that you stopped partying and you got to know God for yourself, what would you tell them? What helped you during that time? What helped you not to focus on me doing all that, yelling and carrying on? What would you say to them?
Remember your story, but don't base your children's life on it. Meaning that you can remember how it was when you were younger and growing up, but I think as you grow older, you see times do change. And I think that's good that times do change, but it means that you have to move with the changing times, not in the same way on how the times are changing. Like, it could be times are changing in a bad way. Not saying that, but you have to move with wisdom. And so for me, I used to feel like my mom would emotionally manipulate me. And I remember I told her one time, I said, you're being emotionally manipulative because you want me to do it on your term. And all that did was make me want to be even more rebellious. And I didn't even understand that was being rebellious. I just thought that I was doing what I wanted to do. And at that time, I was really dealing with a lot of identity issues, rejection. And I didn't feel comfortable telling my mom about those things because, again, it was what she wanted. And I didn't feel like I could be comfortable enough to tell her until at one point I just didn't care. Because I remember she told us when we were younger, it's better you tell her first before the teacher. So if I was doing something that was wrong, I was going to tell you what I was doing that was wrong because I didn't want you to get in trouble, and I didn't want me to get in trouble, and I didn't want her to hear the wrong information from somebody else's mouth when she could have heard it out of my own. So in those cases I told her, but in the deep-rooted issues, I was really dealing a lot of them alone. And then it wasn't until I was seeing God in those issues, and that's how I really built my relationship with God. Not even me built it, but he built it with me. And so I say, in those times, remember your story, but don't base it on your children. And if you had a story like that, remember those times too, and how you are now and how God is still working on you. He is also working on your children too. So tread lightly, give them grace. And the best way to do that is practice by giving grace to yourself. And that's something I'm learning to do.
Thank you.